From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network at Troy, Alabama's International University, this is TrojanVision News.
Hello and welcome to TrojanVision News for August 23rd, 2016. I'm Sarah Singletary.
And I'm Jordan Elston. Thank you for joining us this evening. The residents of the city of Troy had the chance to decide on who will run the city government for the next 4 years today. However, how involved were Troy University students in today's municipal elections? I set out on campus this afternoon to find out. Campaign signs have been scattered all across the city of Troy for the past couple of weeks, but on Tuesday you may have noticed a new sign. August 23rd marks the day that municipal elections take place across the state of Alabama, but are Troy University students making sure that their voices are heard?
I had no idea they were today, so that's why I didn't vote.
No, I didn't know that it was an election going on, and I'm not registered to vote in Troy. So
I did know they were today, but I'm not going to be voting.
I didn't know, but no, I'm not going to vote. I'm not registered down here.
I did know the election was today. I'm in FAMU, so we talked about it at our meeting and stuff. But I won't be voting today because I didn't register in time. And I lived in Enterprise, so I didn't register here.
No, I did not, and I'm not registered to vote.
I didn't know that it was today, and I'm probably not voting just because I have not educated myself in the candidates, so I wouldn't feel comfortable voting.
No, I did not know there's an election going on, and I am not registered to vote in Troy.
No, I actually didn't. I didn't know.
Okay, well now that you do know, are you going to go vote?
Probably not.
Why not?
Just because I don't know anything about the mayor or anything like that.
If you haven't cast your ballot and still want to vote, the polls are open until 7 p.m. And we will have the results of today's election for you tomorrow on TrojanVision News.
Troy University's Troy for Troops Center is a program designed to help students with military affiliations enrolled here at Troy, whether they are veterans or dependents. However, starting this week, Troy for Troops is starting a program on the Montgomery campus designed to help veterans from all walks of life. Troy University is launching a Veterans Reading Initiative at the Troy Montgomery campus. The project has been designed to help veterans and their families address issues like adjusting back to society and being in combat. Issues that English professor Noel Harold Kaler says civilians may not understand.
Within society, my own experience as a veteran myself is that even if people listen, they don't know what you're talking about. But other veterans do. So it's an environment in which they should feel free to discuss anything that they're thinking about.
And while the focus of the group is veteran issues, Kaler says any interested person is welcome to attend.
We've invited veterans, spouses of veterans, families of veterans, friends of veterans, interested people. Anybody can take part. So the happier we'll be, because it will be a group that is sincerely interested in veterans issues.
The Reading Initiative is not the only way Troy University serves its veterans and their families. The Troy for Troops Center serves as the point of contact for military-affiliated students.
A lot of times you're having veterans and service members as well as their family members that are coming back to school. So they're not a traditional 18-year-old who has a guidance counselor or whatnot to help them along initially in the process.
And the center does not deal solely in academics. Pinky says the center is also a place for service members to connect.
It's just a safe zone for military members and military-affiliated family members and veterans, so that they have a place to go that's a quiet space where they have a community of brothers and sisters where they feel safe.
Those wishing to learn more or register for the program should contact the Troy for Troops Center at the Montgomery campus at 334-241-5924. It kicks off this Thursday on Troy's Montgomery campus. The sessions last from 3 to 5 in Bartlett Hall. The film Woodlawn focuses on the desegregation efforts of a Birmingham area high school in the 1970s.
One of the central characters in the story is a graduate of Troy University, and he visited the campus last night to talk about the movie and the true life experiences that inspired the film. William McCarthy has the story.
On Monday night, students got the chance to see how the film Woodlawn was made. It is a true story, and it was produced by Hank Irwin's two sons, known as the Irwin brothers, right here in the state of Alabama. Irwin tells us how much of an inspiration this movie has become.
Oh, it's had an outstanding run all across the country. It's been out for about a year, came out a year ago in October, and it has been seen all over the country. It finished in the top 10 opening weekend, and it has been seen by coaches and athletes and young people. About 2.5 million young people have seen it and have come up cheering at the end of the movie, so excited for what the story is all about.
Woodlawn came out the same weekend as Steven Spielberg's Bridge of Spies, starring Tom Hanks. Now, according to CinemaScore.com, Bridge of Spies received an A rating, which was also up for an Academy Award. Woodlawn, on the other hand, received an A+ rating.
This movie, Woodlawn, really put Alabama on the map as a place that can make quality movies. You know, everybody used to think that you got to be in Hollywood to make movies. And certainly a faith-based movie can never meet up to Hollywood. For the first time ever, a faith-based movie made in Alabama scored an A+ by a secular Hollywood grading company called CinemaScore.
Some students gave their opinion on Irwin's message and how they can apply that message to their everyday lives.
I really enjoyed the speaker tonight. He was very genuine and very honest about his words and his message behind Woodlawn and just what happened throughout that movie and the process. I just really want to use everything he said tonight about being all in to just apply it to my life.
Since I saw the movie when it first came out, I always wanted to hear the background of it and the backstory to it and how he got started with it. So I really loved the fact that I got to hear that and everything. And it was really interesting, and I loved the fact that he started out in Troy.
William McCarthy for Troy, TrojanVision News.
Irwin will speak about the film again tonight at the Johnson Center for the Arts. The event will begin at 7 p.m. in the Johnson Center studio and is free and open to the public.
Now for news from across the nation and around the world on Troy TrojanVision News.
President Obama pledged the victims of the historic and deadly flooding in Louisiana won't be forgotten.
The president surveyed the natural disaster firsthand. Manuel Bajorquez reports from Baton Rouge.
The prayers of the entire nation are with everybody who lost loved ones.
The president toured East Baton Rouge Parish, one of the hardest hit communities. Floodwaters destroyed or damaged about 60,000 homes.
People's lives have been upended by this flood. Local businesses have suffered some terrible damage. Families have, in some cases, lost homes.
The water in this house came up to the owner's shoulders. Repair crews gutted the home, tearing out flood-damaged wood and the soaked carpet and tossing it all on his lawn.
Your whole world is gone. I mean, all the clothes, all the bed stuff, all the baby things, everything's gone. It's like, okay, God has a reason for us, and we're going to listen to what he says. We're just going to follow him. He will provide for us.
More than 106,000 people have registered for emergency federal aid. 80% of people in Louisiana do not have flood insurance. The president says the government is beginning to distribute $127 million in federal disaster relief to those who've had to flee their homes.
I need all Americans to stay focused on this. If you're watching this today, make sure that you find out how you can help. You can go to volunteerslouisiana.gov.
President Obama's visit follows one by Donald Trump on Friday. The Republican nominee criticized the president for not cutting short his 2-week vacation on Martha's Vineyard. Today, Trump tweeted the visit by the president was too little, too late. Manuel Bajorquez, CBS News, Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
A federal judge's ruling ensures Hillary Clinton will be answering questions about her emails until Election Day.
And Donald Trump looks to win over a group of voters who have been reluctant to support him. Weijia Zhang has the latest from the White House.
Hillary Clinton went to Justin Timberlake's Santa Monica home. It's part of a star-studded California fundraising trip that included an appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live.
I do feel sometimes like this campaign has entered into an alternative universe.
Clinton talked about debating Donald Trump, her health, and the latest twist in her email controversy. The State Department is reviewing nearly 15,000 previously undisclosed messages the FBI uncovered during its investigation.
My emails are so boring.
Yeah,
and I mean, I'm embarrassed about that. They're so boring. And so we've already released, I don't know, 30,000 plus, so what's a few more?
But Trump isn't laughing. He wants a new look into Clinton's email server and the access Clinton Foundation donors got to her while she was Secretary of State.
require an expedited investigation by a special prosecutor immediately.
Speaking to a mostly white audience, Trump said Democrats have let down minorities.
To the African Americans, who I employ so many people, to the Hispanics, tremendous people. What the hell do you have to lose? Give me a chance.
Trump is no longer talking about deporting all undocumented immigrants living in the U.S., but he insists his plan to build a wall isn't going anywhere. Weijia Jiang, CBS News, the White House.
Well, Sarah, it looks like we missed the rain today.
Yeah, well, even though we did miss the rain, we got the trade-off with the really, really hot weather. Ashley, what's it going to look like for tomorrow?
Well, Sarah, you're definitely going to want to keep your rain jacket and umbrella handy while you walk to class tomorrow. I'll have a closer look into our forecast coming up after the break.
Hart, what's going on? I'm leaving. Why? What did I do? Not enough. You constantly ignore me. You barely eat anything healthy. You're half as active as you used to be. The pressure is just too much. I quit. Okay, I get it. I'll do better. Just please, don't leave. Okay. But remember, if I go, you go.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. Uncontrolled high blood pressure could lead to stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy range before it's too late.
This is Dekise. She has her bachelor's degree from Troy University and is now pursuing her master's online to grow her career. Soon, she'll have a prestigious graduate degree from Troy, a proud public university that's been helping students achieve their career goals since 1887. Do what you love and be great at it. That's the warrior spirit. Learn more at troy.edu/workingwarrior.
From the High Definition Production Center of Troy University's Broadcast and Digital Network, now your weather on Troy TrojanVision News.
Well, the heat that we have been experiencing over the last few days looks like it's here to stay. Our 4-day forecast is showing consistent heat continuing in our area, and it's time to pull out our umbrellas as we walk to class tomorrow. But before we get too far ahead in our week, let's take a closer look at our current conditions. So looking right outside our door here at the studio, our skies are beautiful, partly sunny today. Temperature not so beautiful, it's 94. Our relative humidity is fairly high at 48%, and we just have a light wind at variable directions around 5 miles per hour. So today the high was 94 degrees and our low was not very low at 72 degrees. We did not see any rain today, but like I said earlier, that's going to change coming into tomorrow. So throughout the state today, we were fairly consistent in the low 90s up in Huntsville and Birmingham area and into Phoenix City, Troy, especially down in Dothan, mid to upper 90s in our temperatures for the day. It's a hot one. And the entire southeast is also showing the red on the map all the way down to Miami and even up in Raleigh-Durham area of North Carolina. Still nice and hot, even though it was a little more bearable for them than it was for us down in Troy. The current conditions throughout the entire country are red, proving we are still in the summer. And the current surface map, there is more activity in the atmosphere up in the Midwest of the country, not so much in the southeast. And that will be changing as we go into tomorrow, as we have some thunderstorms moving in. So tonight, fairly clear skies in our area. Tomorrow, we're going to have about a 40% chance of rain, so you're going to want to keep your umbrellas in your backpack while you go into class. Tomorrow, Thursday and Friday, we're going to be nice and clear for the most part on those days, so just continue to wear your short sleeves and shorts. Stay cool out there. It's going to be nice and hot, but we're not expecting any rain. So tonight we will have some isolated thunderstorms starting to move into the area. Winds continuing at about 5 miles per hour. Low of 72 degrees. Tomorrow, those scattered storms are going to be here to stay for most of the day. 92 degrees is our expected high for tomorrow. Like I said, 40% chance of rain going into tomorrow. Our highs are going to stay around 92 to 93 degrees. And the lows will be a little more refreshing at night at 71 to 72 degrees. So Jordan, Sarah, keep their cool clothing handy and definitely bring a rain jacket or something to class tomorrow.
It is going to look like we are going to see that rain tomorrow, but thankfully it'll be out of our forecast for the rest of the week. That's such good news. Thank you, Ashley.
Thank you. Coming up on Troy Trojan Vision News, amateur filmmakers with a GoPro and a ton of Hot Wheels make your childhood dreams come true. More on that after the break.
And the Trojan volleyball team is getting ready for their season. Rachel Wilkerson will have a preview coming up in sports.
For over 70 years, Smokey Bear has asked you to use fire responsibly.
Fire is due to an unattended campfire. Go time.
Here's how you can stay on the front lines of preventing wildfires. Always watch your campfire before leaving. Drown it, stir it, drown it again, and feel that the fire is out cold.
Oh, bullseye!
And you visit from these guys.
Copy that.
You can be Smokey's wingman when enjoying nature and prevent wildfires. Visit SmokeyBear.com for more fire prevention tips.
Look at me. Hey. Raymond, look at Mommy.
Maybe the light hurts his eyes.
Maybe she's just not hungry. Maybe he can't hear us. Maybe we're not stimulating him enough. Maybe it's a phase.
Avoiding eye contact is one early sign of autism. Learn the others today. The sooner it's diagnosed, the better.
Now, the latest in Trojan sports on Troy Trojan Vision News.
The Trojan volleyball team is preparing to start its season with a road trip as they play in a weekend tournament in Tennessee. The Trojans face University of South Carolina Upstate on Friday afternoon at 3 p.m. The Trojans are only bringing back 6 players with in-game experience with the Trojans. However, despite having a young team, head coach Sonny Kirkpatrick says they are entering the season with one goal.
We've got a good group of newcomers. We've got 7 true freshmen and 2 redshirt freshmen. So we've got a young squad, but they've worked really hard. They've gotten better every day, and we're going to continue to get better. And the goal is to get better next week than we were this week, and I think we're doing that. I think we're doing a really nice job as a program.
Will end the road series playing against East Tennessee State on Sunday. The Troy football team had their last scrimmage of the fall on Saturday in preparation for their home opener. With the return of many experienced Trojan players, Troy's defense seemed to shine throughout the day with their big plays. However, head coach Neil Brown says the offense has talent, but struggled due to a lot of inexperience on that side of the ball and is hoping to get better before the start of the season.
If you look at us on offense, okay, we didn't play an X or a Z today that's ever played in a game for Troy, ever. Okay, the guys that played inside were Tavares McCormick, never played in a game at Troy. DeAndre Douglas was a part-time backup last year. Sam Letton never played in a game for Troy. Sidney Davis never played in a game for Troy. Offensive line-wise, we're playing a guy that's never played center before, and then we're playing a left guard who's playing in his first game, or never played in a game for Troy. So you look at it, we're talented, and that's what I was saying last week. We're talented, but it's going to take us a little bit of time to gel and figure everything out.
The Trojans still have another week of practice before they kick off against Austin Peay on September 3rd at 5 p.m. The Trojan soccer team is coming off a split opening weekend. They started the season off on the road with a victory against Gardner-Webb and then turned around and evened up their record with a loss against Sanford. The team still has a couple of days before their home opener of the season. The Trojans play against Belmont on Friday night in a part of the Trojan Invitational Tournament. In addition to Belmont, the Trojans will compete against Jacksonville State and Alabama State over the weekend. Once again, the Trojans will start out battling Belmont on Friday at 3 p.m.